times when you had those clothes and those outfits. And the leather pants, I didn't have, but son, your Uncle Derek had like 4 or 5 pairs. Red, black, yellow. I didn't have any. But the legend himself is here. I want to thank you one more time for coming out. I mean, what a great time, what a great memories, I should say, that it provided for all of us. Myself, my son just looked at that. You really wore that? I'm like, yes, I did. So Taimak, without further ado, I'd love to have you come up and just answer a few questions from the audience. And thank you so much again for coming. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. So, I guess you guys got a mic for any of the questions. Sure. Yeah, just raise your hand one at a time. Actually, you choose, Rachel, you choose who's gonna, yeah, whoever raised their hands.
I want to know how many days that it took, or months, to put this film together. Not post-production, but how many hours a day did it take? 14 hours?
I can't really, we were all working really hard. I can't really say because it was such a whirlwind. After I got the role, it was very short time going into shooting,
Right.
So it was a real whirlwind for me, never came from the streets of New York, and in this movie, and, the star of it, so it was, but everybody was working really hard and pretty long hours.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
How have you stayed so fine looking?
I guess I got a little fan out there. I love staying young, so I take care of myself, and yeah, I mean, what I eat, the way I live, I don't spend much time harboring any resentment, regret, hate, any of that stuff. Don't let any of that in.
Did you do all your own stunts?
Some I did, some I didn't. There were some guys that had to come in. There was some stuff in there that I could have died, so they said, you know what, no.
I just wanted to know, would there ever be a remake? I kind of hope that they don't remake it, but is
Yeah,
there
they tried that a few years back and online, and everybody hated the idea of a remake.
I'd rather leave it alone.
Yeah, you can do a follow-up, but not a remake. Yeah.
Ma'am?
You can scream it out. Yeah, I got it. Here you go.
Hi, is this y'all gonna follow up soon, or the next couple of years?
It's really something that I don't own the rights to it. So there's been scripts that I've been involved with writing, and some other people have been involved with writing. But it's really one of those things that has to be generated with the fans, because Sony hasn't really got up off of it yet, and they own the rights to it. So, it's a possibility,
Okay.
What upcoming projects can we look forward to you being a part of?
Yeah, I've been, I'm going to be doing a film. My friend has an independent film that he's doing right now. It's a comedy, and I'm going to do a role in his film. It's a smaller film, but it should be pretty interesting. It's about a guy who wants to get his mojo back. He was a he-man, and all the women are emasculating them and taking over land. And then he has to get the answers because he's having a hard time. And then he meets me at the end of the film. It's funny. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more. I've grown a lot, so now things are happening, getting out more.
Hey man, it's great to meet you in person.
Yeah.
How did you come about this role? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, I was competing in martial arts all over the place. I just won a New York State kickboxing title, and it just happened to be that there weren't any films like that starring black kids, and there was nothing happening with regard to action and martial arts at all. And before this, there was Jim Kelly, and the sensei I used to train with back then, Ron Van Cleef, did a few.
All right, my question would be, how does it feel knowing that you built a legacy around this one film?
Well, you know, everywhere I go, I mean, it's the same response. I don't care what country, people, this is a film that resonates with people of all ages, races, cultures. It's very interesting, you know. I can see why, because it's the comedy and the message and everybody did such a great job. So I can see why it resonates. It feels real good. I mean, people, you know, wherever I go, it's a magical feeling. It's a connection, you know. And I am the same as the character in the sense that I'm a martial artist, and you know, I live and breathe. There's a certain responsibility I have as kind of playing a hero character that's lasted so long. So it's pretty easy for me. You know, it feels great.
How was it working for Michael Schultz, the director?
Yeah, Michael Schultz did a great job, and I worked a lot with Barry Gordy too, because he was on the set a lot, you know. So yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah.
Do you keep in touch with any of the actors like Vanity?
Sure. I mean, she had some tough times because when she kind of got out of the business, she was like, the business is really the devil's work, you know. So she was getting pretty fanatic. So it was kind of odd, you know, because I'm talking, you know. But, you know, I wish her the best. I've been in touch with the Chinese guys, not all of them, but Henry and Mike, they live in New York City. So once in a while I reach out to them and say hi, and they reach out to me. Chris Murney, and there's quite a few of them. Once in a while we touch base. Yeah.
All right, my question for you is, how long does it take for you guys to practice the breakdance in the movie?
You guys. I didn't really breakdance. So we do some breakdances? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was great. A lot of guys I knew that were breakdancing. They were from my neighborhood and all over New York City. Yeah. So it's great seeing them in there. Yeah. In the back, there's a lady in the back that been raising her hand.
What was it like working with Janet Jackson in her video?
Oh yeah, that was. I read a lot about that in my book. Yeah, it was great. You know, I met her. You know, she was 17. I just finished doing The Last Dragon. I was around 20, and she called me up. She called an agent up to get me to play her boyfriend. Yeah, it was great. It was great. But there was some controversy. I read about it in the book. They like controversy.
To what extent do you still keep up with your martial arts skills? Do you still participate in competitions, or just the fitness or lifestyle of it?
All three. I train in a new style because I met Marcelo Garcia. He's a 5-time world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I enjoyed training with him. So the next thing would be doing some competition. I'm a purple belt with him. They have white, blue, purple, brown, black. So I've been trained there about 4.5 years now. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Anyone else have any questions?
I have a question. Actually, I would like to see you in the Expendables.
Yeah, everybody says that. Everybody says that, you know. You know, it's interesting, you know, because, you know, I've got a lot of people that say these things, and I just, in the business has a certain way it works, you know.
Right.
So it's not just, there's obvious things that I could be in. It's the gap between the business and where I'm at. And I'm not worried about it, but it's like, why aren't you making another movie? Well, I don't actually, you know, finance the film. It's like Donald Trump, he's financing it. You know what I mean? Right. So why aren't you running for president? Well, I don't actually have the $10 billion to run for president. You know, so that's kind of that type of situation. It's a different kind of business, and everything's working out. I'm not worried about it because I kind of learned a lot late and started coming back out now, and things are looking good, you know.
Well, I'm glad to see you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank
It's a
you.
blessing to see you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have one more question, and how was it working with the late Julius S. Curry, who plays Shona?
It was great. It was great. I write about that in my book. No, it was great. It was. He was just the way you see him on screen. He was a lot of fun. He was a serious actor. He was charismatic. Yeah, he was fantastic.
I followed his career. I think the first movie I saw him in was Rudy Rifle's Disco Godfather, and I've seen him on episodic television.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't recognize him in The Last Dragon, and it took me about 5 minutes to
pick it up.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, because he was so out of the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, he always played these serious.
Yeah,
characters.
he's just very talented, and he was just, you know, he had some bitterness over Hollywood because I wanted to do a little bit of a tour with him, doing autograph signings and stuff like that. And he was like, oh man, I don't know, I want to do that, you know. Damn Hollywood. Yeah, he was pissed off, you know. But you know, that's the thing, you know, if you're in the business of, you know, there's a lot to be gained. There's also a lot of politics. You know, you have to learn how to deal with that. You know.
You almost have to write your own scripts. If you have a script, basically, you have your movie. You have to have.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with a lot of scripts. You need more than that. You need
money.
You need money. You need, and you need to just believe in yourself, and you need to create a community that believes in you, and then make it happen. You know. It's, you know, and you have to go beyond the struggle of it. You have to go beyond it.
We have 2 more questions. Time for 2 more.
All right. In your opinion, why do you think the bad guys were just as liked as the good guys? Was that something unexpected?
Talent, good writing, talented actors. Eddie Arcadian and shown up. They were just phenomenal. It's good acting, good writing, good directing. You know, and the director, you know, knows good films require. You know, it's like yin yang. You get a great good guy, you want a great bad guy. Makes you know the contrast is, you know.
Hey Taimak, Michael Patterson here. I just wanted to know, what does it mean to you to be one of the guys that's up there with Jim Kelly to bring forth the what can I say, the magic to being a martial artist and an African American martial artist for all of us, like myself, like Black African American martial artists?
Well, I'm just, you know, when I was a kid, those were my heroes. Jim Kelly, obviously Bruce Lee, and, you know, the whole lot. Luckily enough, I got to spend some time with Jim Kelly before he passed on. You know, so, you know, when I was a kid, that was my dream. My dream was to be like them, you know? And I would train all the time and imagine myself being like Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly, Ron Cleef, all these characters and the Shaw Brothers. And ironically, I didn't know, you know, looking back, I see that now. I see that's why I got this role, you know? Because, you know, since I was young, I was fanatic about them, you know? They were like gods to me. You know, it's just like, I guess, a football player, you know, the different athletes, they become like their gods and they want to be just like them, you know. But I have my own style too, and, you know, for me, I see the future as bright because I know I've got a lot of unfinished business on screen, you know. So I'm very excited about that, you know, what I could do that I don't see on the screen. I don't see great action, martial arts action. I don't see it many places at all, you know. If I do see some, I see bad acting in American films, you know. And you know, you see, obviously in these Chinese films, you see a lot of great martial arts, you know. But in American films, it's been watered down a lot, you know. So, you know, that's like kind of, you know, my thing is, my path is to bring some art to fight scenes and stuff like that, you know.
Taimak, once again, thank you for being here. With the upcoming Blu-ray release, will there be like a collector's set or collector's edition that has more behind-the-scenes
content and stories and stuff
Yeah,
like
you know, again, I mean, I gotta tell you, it's you guys are gonna drive everything. I'll be completely honest with you, Sony is basically asleep at the wheel, you know? They're not really driving this. It's really the fact that I got on this tour and really started bringing the 30th anniversary out there with the fans. And I have a thing going with Draft House Theater where it's been sold out everywhere I go, you know. So, you know, that's why they got on top of the Blu-ray, you know.
Will it be also available digitally?
So the Blu-ray is a remastered, you know, version with interviews and things like that. But to have more, like you were saying, the outtakes and things like that, it's the fans are going to have to push that because they're just not, you know.
And will it be able to be downloaded digitally?
Oh, you're going to have to go online. If you go to Facebook and put The Last Dragon, you'll see Sony. There's like 140,000 members, and Sony has that page where you can, you know, participate and ask questions on it.
Question right here.
Actually, it's more of a comment than a question because I used to teach film studies at University of Maryland, and this was one of the films that I would talk about in regards to how we laugh at our stereotypes, but we're also breaking stereotypes. So I just want to say, with all the stuff that's been happening about race relations, there needs to be more movies like this. I mean, it really, when I was growing up, there were no, you know, Asians on film or as well. So when to see this and to see what we were doing, being able to laugh at our stereotypes, but also breaking stereotypes, it's a huge testament. And I just want to say thank you, and also to Barry Gordy, thank you.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
And what is your name, brother?
That's a big thing. I mean, a film like this can really open up a lot of young people's minds. I mean, that's the thing, you know, there's so much drama going on about race, and some of it, you know, it's just what it is. But that's what was great about the film. They brought levity to the situation, you know. You always want to bring levity to something so significant and dramatic, and people get all riled up. You bring some humor to it, bring some justice to it, but bring some humor to it, you know?
My name is Elvis. I'm a local filmmaker here in the DMV area. As far as your martial art skills, it was very strong on screen. I wanted to know, like, how did you prepare yourself for the dramatic parts in the film?
Yeah. They had an acting coach on set, and I didn't have any acting classes, so I just was winging it.
You did a great job.
Thanks. You know, I grew up watching martial arts films, and, you know, I don't know, it was interesting. I did feel very comfortable once I got on the first shoot. And the camera was kind of focusing on me and stuff like that. It felt very natural. It felt very like I was supposed to be doing that. You know?
Okay, guys, we're gonna have two more questions for Ty, and then after that.
There was two more.
There was two more. Yes, that's Wesley, and then Walter. I'm sorry.
I just help. I saw the stick fighting you have. I'm just curious who choreographed it.
Who choreographed? Oh, Torrance Mathis
Stick fighting,
choreographed.
yeah.
Torrance Mathis choreographed the stick fighting. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever thought about producing your own films?
Yeah. Right now, I got caught up in writing a couple of scripts and finishing up an autobiography. And so that's kind of where my head was at, getting some scripts done and then finishing my autobiography. As far as producing, you know, it's something that I don't know a lot about. I know I can produce things, but to raise a lot of money for a film, that's a whole skill set in relationships and knowing the, you know, other than crowdfunding, you know, but that's still a certain skill set. That's a marketing thing, you know. So, you know, getting all you guys to get 100 more people, you know, or you get another 20, you get another 50, and then you got the crowdfunding going, you know. So in that sense, that's something I can do. As far as independently just going out there and looking for investors, it's a whole different ballgame, you know. But as far as doing a crowdfunding, that type of thing, I understand how to do that. It's pretty much getting people like yourselves that believe in me and a project I have, and getting everybody else excited to do it, you know?
This is where we will fight! This is where they will die!
The world needed a hero.